It's another Tuesday afternoon. What is going on, everybody? Good to see everyone here joining us in for another live stream, another hangout, chill, laid back live stream. I'm glad to have everybody here. Hopefully, everyone's weekend was very good. Hopefully, you guys are staying out of the heat, or if not, God bless your soul. How is everyone doing today? How we feeling? We're back at it again with another Tuesday live stream, and I'm glad to be back, man. How we all doing? Let's see what we got in the chat so far. Redline Tactical, good to see you. RPG Lovers, always a pleasure. Hat Black Heim, how you doing, man? Airsoft Phantom, Game Operative Cutter as well, my man. Good to see everybody, man. Good to have everybody back. Stitch, what's going on, man? Z Seplays, Victor, good to have you here as well, my man. Guys, remember to share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that we are live right now. It's the best way to, again, not only stay in the know-how of what's going on behind the scenes at Airsoft GI, but also to get you multiple entries into this week's live stream giveaway. Remember, we do this every single week. We do this every single week on Thursday. This time around, though, is going to be interesting because we have a super stacked live stream giveaway. Last week, we weren't able to find a winner. They weren't paying attention. They weren't listening. Especially that one guy in storefront. I told him to pay attention. He didn't do that. So, we are here, right? This is exactly what happens. So make sure you guys are paying attention. Make sure you guys are locked in, man. It's time to lock in. Let's see who else we got joining in. Black Brick. Dude, Black Brick. It's been some time. It's very rare to see your name out in the streams, my man. Good to have you back on here as well. Donut Lover 18. Hello, hello, hello. SMXQS. Hello, 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 hello there. Good to have you here as well. And if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the live stream as well. Bump up those likes so YouTube knows that you like the content that you're seeing. You'll continue to get notifications by it, and you won't automatically be desubscribed or unsubscribed for some reason. That's apparently a thing, as we found out. Looking into YouTube as well, they'll just automatically take away some of your subscriptions for some reason if you're just not as active for some reason. It's very dumb. YouTube is a very stupid place right now that somehow thinks I am also under the age of 18. I'm almost 30, I'll have you know. I am peak Unk status, or at least getting close to it. Darkest of Trees, my man. Good to have you here as well, man. Hello, hello, hello. I got the double trouble, so I'm ready. That's right. If you guys haven't been keeping up with the latest and greatest from us, you'll know, or you should know now, that the Double Trouble mystery box. All right, we get it. You guys want more of this? We got a ton of DMs, messages, and people commenting that they wanted one. They've been wanting one, they didn't get a chance to get theirs, or they wanted to pick up another one. Sure, if you guys want it, by all means, we'll go ahead and make it live again. Same rules as last time. There's only going to be 20 of these bad boys available. Free UPS ground shipping automatically. Again, it is going to be going for a super discounted price. This time, $269. Nice. But again, still, that is so little compared to what it is that you'll essentially end up getting on this bad boy, which is pretty freaking sweet. Again, strongly recommend, and especially if you want to get multiple entries into the giveaway. Again, just like last time, you'll be getting 16 entries into this week's live stream giveaway. Again, it's going to be a stack, so the prize is going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be absolutely insane, man. So make sure to go and get your orders in for that bad boy. And this is not just during the live stream either. Anytime that you order one of these bad boys, you're automatically getting those 16 entries, just so you guys are aware. I'll also leave a link to the box itself into the chat. Excuse me. Trying these Kirkland brand, not LaCroix, these Kirkland brand sparkling waters. They're not bad, actually. A little spicy going down the throat for some reason. Don't know what's happened there. But you guys should also know, I have a new round of discounts going on right now. Especially for Classic Army, there's a lot of CA guns right now that are going for like hella dirt cheap. Like crazy dirt cheap. One of the biggest ones, for example, and I was actually blown away by this one. The Nemesis Gen 2 Mark 18 normally goes for $304. It's discounted to $159 right now. Exhibit A, right? Which that one is fucking nuts. You can get a PXG9 with the drum mag for $142. Dude, I mean, I could go on, man. This list goes on for quite some time. There's some crazy ass deals going on right now. You can get the ECS M110 but from them for like $200. Like, dude, it's pretty freaking wild, all the stuff that you can get. I think there's even, oh my goodness, yeah, that's right. This guy. a bit of an oldie. It's a classic. I actually owned one of these. You can get this bad boy for literally 65 bucks. Yeah, Full Metal Gearbox, standard version 2. Again, $65. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to beat that, man, if you really think of it at the end of the day. So I'll leave links to all this stuff, on the live chat. So feel free to go on and peruse around, check this all out for yourself, because again, these deals are freaking nuts. But they're only gonna go on for a little while. And again, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm talking about entries, like what the fuck is he saying? I am of course talking about the live stream giveaway. Again, this is going to be going down Thursday. Last Thursday, we were trying to find a winner, and again, we were not able to find one in time. Unfortunately, people don't pay attention, people don't learn, people don't listen, and they're not here. They're not able to claim their prize. That's the biggest rule, man. If you're not watching the streams, like, what are you doing even? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to go and win anything. So last week, Thursday, no one was there to go and claim the prize. They weren't paying attention, so we ended up stacking it. So now, instead of it being normally be a 170, 175, now we're looking at a 340, 340 approximately retail worth prize, which is, again, opens up the floodgates for even better prizes which you can win in this. So again, share the word around, let people know that this is massive right now. They've got to get their entries in. And also, I haven't received too many notices that people want to be vendors for the Mayo Gang swap meet that's going down October 11th. That's right. It's only like, what? If we're looking at the clock here, or not the clock, we're looking at the calendar, I should say. It's going to approximately like a hair over 2 weeks. Literally just like a hair over 2 weeks away. 2 weeks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days. Right? It's not a lot of time, man. If you guys do want to sell your airsoft products, you want to have a nice little table, where you can set up, nice little space for you to set up all your stuff and sell your old gear, your old equipment, your old accessories. Make sure that you register beforehand. How do you register? DM us, through Instagram, Discord server. You can also come in store as well, and you want to sign up in person, we can do that as well. Let us know that you're hoping to be a vendor at the upcoming Mayo Gang swap meet so we can jot your information down. It's very important. You will not be able to solicit your things unless you register prior. We will ask you to leave if you do that. That's not cool. There's a reason why we got to do the registration first, man. There's a reason why we do it. So make sure to let us know if you guys want to be a vendor. I'll leave a link to this one as well. Again, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be absolutely fun. I'm excited. I always love our Mayo Gang meets. They're always such a great way of being able to meet a lot of you guys that we don't normally get to either play with or just hang out with. And it's a cool way to get some gear that's going to be pretty cheap, because we're also going to be doing some boneyard sales out there as well. And Valiant Airsoft is going to be coming down, and he's going to be hosting a series of 1v1 games. We're going to be doing free raffles, free swag packs as well. It's going to be dope, man. It's going to be freaking dope. But remember, during this live stream, if any of you guys do have any airsoft related questions, or just questions in general, you know the drill. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. Going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify, and thereby be able to answer it. They can be product recommendations, my opinions on certain things, or literally not airsoft related at all. If you're asking my food opinions or some shit, by all means, you're more than welcome to ask away. I do not mind. But make sure to go and get those orders in. I still have the traditional promotion there as well, so every $50 getting you 2 entries. So don't miss out on that. Take advantage. Again, we want you guys to win. We are literally handing you the keys to win. It's up to you at this point. But you guys see the discussion topic for tonight as well. Will AI save airsoft? Now, if you guys have been on the Discord server, you guys would know that we've been trying to gather some information recently regarding, some certain topics in airsoft. Number one, chief amongst which is, why do we think the retention rate is so low in airsoft, right? Because even though we have seen airsoft in terms of just sheer popularity and sheer recognition being more of all that, right, within the last couple years, we've noticed that the entire industry has slowed down quite a bit. This comes from not just us, this comes from every major retailer or even small mom and pop shop. Industry right now is actually pretty damn slow, to the point where it is actually hurting. It is, right? It just 100% is. So we're trying to figure out, okay, what is it going on? Because we do notice that people that are getting into it don't really stay in the hobby for very long now. Before, if you got into airsoft, you were there for minimum, I would say 5 years. Minimum, you were there for 5, maybe 6 years, right? And in that time frame, you were doing a really good job. People would do a really, really great job of being able to bring in more newer players into it. Word of mouth just felt so much stronger prior, but now it just feels like there's people that are getting into it. People will get the stuff, but then they'll just quickly get out of it. they won't really be active within the community. They won't really be an active member. And I get it, sometimes life can get in the way, which I did notice wasn't a response, but it just in general, even the person that has everything going for them in terms of, they don't have to worry about, prior responsibilities, they don't have to worry about a lot of other things, they're just not really being as involved. And that's something that we've kind of noticed in the last couple of years. So we're kind of wondering as to what might be going on as well. Even last week's video, if you guys didn't watch it, Cisco and I were asking a bunch of community-based questions, and that was actually the one question where we were asking, everyone has something to say when it came to, what can retailers and shops do to, help, to grow the community? What can they do better in their community? But when it came to the other way around, we noticed that was the least popular question. What can the community do as an individual, right, to help Airsoft grow as a whole? And it just didn't really seem like there was that many, which was interesting. I did point that out, but I like that everyone seemed to have an opinion when it came to our Discord server. I posted that question a little while ago, so it was very cool to hear those out. And which, by the way, thank you for everyone that did answer. That was actually really, really cool. That was super nice. We're probably going to end up using those for another one of those discussion type videos between Cisco and I, where we're going to actually go over some of our Discord users' responses. But we did post something else in there as well. We have been using quite a lot of just experimenting, playing around with the use of AI, like Gemini, chat, of course, just trying to see what they can come up with when it comes to research, right? How does it fare compared to the research that we've done in regards to, what might be going on out there, right? What are some things in terms of Airsoft? Why does it seem to kind of not really stick around as much, or why are we not seeing as much involvement? And there was actually quite a few things that were that it took into consideration. It started answering, it started listing off as well. One of the things I did not know this. Apparently, according to its AI, and it totally makes sense why, even using the words, I don't even know if, fuck it, it's a live stream, no one, even using the words like kill, or using the words shoot, right? Just those two words alone gets automatically flagged in main videos. Use just those two words alone. If you use those in a main upload, it already flags it as potentially breaking community guidelines. It will automatically do it. Just that is how bad it has gotten in recent years. Which is something that I didn't even know, because even the word just to shoot, like the action to shoot, I had no idea would be something that would cause YouTube to, like, freaking AI, right, to just start thinking like, oh, we got one, you know what I mean? Like, it starts sounding the alarm. I'm like, what the frick, man? I didn't know it was that bad, because even both Cisco and I are like, dude, we use that all the time. It's like, of course you're shooting an airsoft gun. You know what I mean? It should automatically know, but apparently the AI doesn't really recognize airsoft. The AI doesn't really recognize airsoft. It doesn't really care, because just the words shoot or to kill are automatically like superseding anything else. That's the biggest thing that it's looking for, right? Which, I mean, look, I do understand, but man, it's completely frustrating, that is really screwing us over when it comes to, our uploads. It's really frustrating that it ends up having to go back to the old, word of mouth. Hey, you got to check out this video, which is fine. But like, hey man, we're seeing so much other styles of content being able to grow organically with way less views. Why are you literally cucking us at this point? Like, it's just frustrating. But let us know what you guys have to think about it as well. Bro, there you go. Get that hustle. Hey, just DM'd you on Instagram for the swap meet. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. School sucks, but I'm doing pretty good. Hey, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay as well. Stay in school, man. Don't drop out. Man, it's kind of quiet for anyone, or is it just me? Volume looks good. I can raise it up though. Is that better? I'll raise it up a little more if I have to. We're gonna put on a lot of stuff, like basketball. Been good. I was just joking that one as well. Allergic to bees. I got stung in the neck today. Oh, while driving a semi to EpiPen myself. I'm so dude. Creekside. Dude. That fucking blows, bro. I am so sorry. Dude. I'm not allergic to bees. I can imagine though. Well, for I have been stung by bees before. It's not fun. It does fucking hurt. So being allergic, oh my goodness, dude, that's, brother, I'm so glad you had that EpiPen on you, man. For everyone's first aid kit, maybe I would say so. I think it's a good idea that everyone should carry an EpiPen on them just in case in their emergency kits, medical supplies. I think it's always good to have at least one or two just for some shit like that. You never know, man. You never know. What's y'all's opinion on Speedsoft? It's from Z Supplays. Z Supplays. That's a very good question, man. I don't discriminate when it comes to, the different ways or different forms or variations of airsoft. Frank, our boy from US Airsoft World, said it best. At the end of the day, we were all playing a glorified game of tag, right? It could be slightly different rules or slightly different play styles, but realistically, the game is all the same. So what the frick does it matter? At the end of the day, it's all just airsoft, or if you're Japanese, survival games, right? That's what it is, man. That's what they call it over there. I like both. I think there are definite benefits to playing, specifically if you're trying to go for the more competitive Speedsoft style of play. It definitely can sharpen up your skills for CQB. Now, I do think there are a lot of bad habits that you can get from playing CQB, but then again, there are also bad habits you can get from playing outdoors as well. It's not like one is necessarily superior over the other. I myself have always been more of a MilSim guy. I always will be. That's how I've always been, and I'm never going to change. But I have my respects for CQB, man, and I respect the CQB community and what the name and even the play style and what they've been able to bring out, man. I think it's a really, really good thing that they are being able to draw more newer players. The one thing I will say, though, and that I am noticing is that, and even RGK has noticed it as well, that on the Speedsoft side of things, they are kind of hurting as well, being able to go out and get newer players. I do think that, unfortunately, a lot of the people within the community have kind of given it a bad name. I feel like there's a lot of people in that community specifically that I've noticed firsthand that don't do the best job of being able to be more welcoming or forgiving towards newer players, and instead it feels so toxic sometimes and competitive that it really makes it hard for any newer player to really want to even join it, because at the end of the day, that is a form of gatekeeping. And so now I think that they're starting to feel it now, and they're hurting, and they're trying to do some damage control, which is good. Yes, they should be doing that. We're going to try to help out as well. We're trying to get more newer players involved, whether they want to play outdoor or indoor. But generally speaking, that there are reasons for it. Joe, what's going on, Joe? Do you have any gas blowback rifle suggestions? Want to get into it, but don't know what's worth the money. Joe, I'm gonna be completely honest with you here, man. I'm trying to level with you, man. Do not spend anything less than $350 bare minimum for a decent. Bear in mind, I said decent, not even good. Decent gas blowback rifle. Average minimum that you're going to be spending is going to be about $400 to $450. $400 to $450 for a good GBB, and then up from there, that's where all the gravy's at, man. That's where all the goodness is at. You're talking your MWSs, you're talking your VFCs, Mariyamas. That's literally VFC. That's where your Well Pro AK-12 is at, right? If you really are, like trying to find something on a tight budget, you can always go something like one of these bad boys. As soon as my freaking site loads up, there we go. What would be the best one for you for the money? If we're trying to go lowest to highest, right? Well, actually, I guess what you could do instead, you could do one of these. If you were looking for a solid gas blowback, something simple, something cool, just to get you out there playing, right, and not having to spend a fuck ton of money. Go with one of these. Vortex VMP2. Solid. Nice little pistol caliber style like rifle that you got here. The little PCC. Love the retractable stock. Furniture is interchangeable, so if you want to change out the handguard, you want to change out the pistol grip, stock, you can do that with pretty much all these. The assault version is probably going to be the easiest one to do because you can bring that to both indoor and outdoor fields. It's chronoing roughly at about 330. What was it? Yeah, like about 330 FPS right on the dot. You can bring this anywhere. Again, like magazines are available individually as well. It is using the KWA KMP9 internal design system. So again, parts should still be available for it. Well, maybe some fitment might be required. But this is solid, man. I would honestly recommend one of these if you didn't want to spend a ton of money. But I would also say, if you are trying to get more of like a traditional like AR or something like one of these, right? Obviously, it's an M16. I'd recommend the AR, the M4, but the M4 version itself is actually sold out. This one's going for a pretty good fucking steal. It's normally 400 flat, but it's just kind of 368. WeTech's been around for a long time. You can find some parts for it as well. It's, it's not the most sought after right now due to its age, but it's still solid. I can't really complain too much in regards to the WeTech. But for me personally, if you were gonna go that route, I would say another great option would be. Where are you? Where are you? Well, Pro. Pretty sure it's that says you got to put the space in between. The WellPro AK-12s, I like those a lot. Those have been actually doing very well. People have been really receptive towards these and really gravitating a lot towards this. The Well AK-12K, I think, is like the most popular one because of shorter barrel. Solid. It's supposed to be a clone of the TM system. It's not a perfect clone because the magazines are not interchangeable, but again, we do sell the magazines generally individually as well. Yeah, man, that's what I would probably suggest you go with. Other than that, I would say go Tokimarui MWS, go VFC or the Maruyama versions. You know, like that's what you gotta go with, man. Those are like the two big ones right now. Those are the two big boys. But yeah, you can pretty much go with any one of those. It just does suck that there is a higher price ceiling for it, but you know what I mean? Like you gotta just roll with the punches. It is what it is. And I would be remiss if I recommended something else that was more affordable and seemed cool, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't really recommend using that on a field anyway. Alright, scrolling down most recent comments and questions. I'll leave a few more. Squirrely, man, good to have you as well. Prime Tag, good to have you. J Cam, hello. Say Prime Tag is going to just chilling. If you're going in for GBRs, you gotta go all in. That's what I'm. That's a great way to look at it, man. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna be about it, be fucking about it. You know what I mean? Like just go all the way, full commit, full send to the GBR lifestyle. Is it gonna be expensive? Of course, it's gonna be expensive. But I mean, hey, GBR is life, baby. GBR is life. It's all legit. In terms of the reason the parts I can't find parts or mags GB Vector anywhere, or is it platform not popular enough to stock? Yeah, that's the reason why. It's just not a platform that you see. It's cool. Like everyone acknowledges it's cool. But Airsoft versions, unless it was a KWA gas blowback one, not too many people have really seemed to gravitate towards it. Like just hasn't really, and that's kind of par for the course right now for Airsoft in the Airsoft scene. And there's another reason why when we were talking about innovation and stuff, why don't we see other platforms? It's because companies don't see the point in spending money on a platform that's not going to sell, right? Like we're one of the few companies that tries to bring out different things right now and different platforms and really try to support it, because again, otherwise we're just going to get more M4s, more ARs, right? And not just platforms and guns themselves, but also parts. Why are they going to bring parts for a gun that doesn't sell? Why are they going to bring mags in for a gun that doesn't sell? It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense on a business standpoint to continue supporting a platform that ultimately is losing you money. Because the time that it's spent sitting in storage, sitting in the warehouse, is time that it's losing money. If it's not selling, it's losing money. That's how you got to look at it, right? Speaking of the WellPro, has you seen their clone of the KS1? I have not yet. Not yet. Along with RBG Lover's question, what about the transparent body WellPro? We had the transparent body for a while, but I don't know if it'll. I mean, if we look, here's what I'll say: if you want to get, manufacturers, distributors, retailers to carry something, we need to see obviously petitions aren't really necessarily a thing, but if someone were to make a post, hey, Airsoft GI, we want, transparent body WellPro, right? And we get a certain number of people that upvote and say, or no, better yet, to say, I will buy this, right? If we see that, yeah, we'd be more motivated to bring it in. You know what I mean? Why? Yeah, for sure. WellPro, the hidden gem, apparently. Now they are back. Literally just a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago. Bro, I'm gonna be real. They had some fucking stinkers, bro. They had some terrible GBB systems on their hands. It was bad. It was really bad. There were some models that I was like, man, this shit sucks. Upon first time using it, first shot just would not work, right? I'd have some models that would just leaky valves constantly, no matter how much you tighten them down. Poorly designed mags, inefficient. Hop up felt like it was non-existent, right? All the number of problems that you can imagine, they would experience them. So I don't know how, what happened in their R&D that just they switched immediately. But when it came to starting with the AK-12, man, they fucking cooked. I don't know who was chefing it up at R&D when they came up with this, but they did it. It worked, man. It absolutely worked. And good for them. It's good that their development, their research is paying off, and they're reaping the benefits now. It turns out when you properly research and develop a system, you put it through its paces, and you get a good product, it moves. Because the magazines for these, they all freaking sold, man. Boss, man, I'm having a discussion here. Let me be. Going here, answer more questions. BB Wars. Was May DB Wars happen yet? Yeah, Black Brick. BB Wars happened in May, specifically May 25th. It happened at Wildlands. It was fun, man. It was absolutely fun. I missed that. I missed having you there. I remember when you came by the store, man. I liked when more people were able to go through. I understand everyone's got busy, schedules, but it's always fun when people are able to come out to like events like that. Specifically, Mayo Gang Meet, man. Mayo Gang Meet happening this coming October 11th. Sign up to be a vendor. I know that Darktree just messaged me right now. He says he wants to be one. If you guys want to be vendors, make sure to go ahead and DM the main Discord account, the main IG account. Put down your contact info and let us know you want to be a vendor, and we can make that happen, man. So far, I think now we're only at two vendors thus far. Sell your old Airsoft stuff, old equipment, old accessories, old tactical gear. Just be able to go and sell it right then and there for a deal. Buy, sell, trade. We're more than welcome to go ahead and barter for your things if you'd like. But absolutely, man, you don't want to miss it. I'll leave a link to that as well. There we go. All right. Let's see. Make sure to miss anything. I'd be a vendor but can't make it. I know, Brewer. I know. Fuck, dude. I feel like there was a lot of negative reflection from once people got burned by the issues until the aftermarket filled the gap left by the manufacturer. But that's the thing, though. It's all legit. That's like the biggest thing. People don't want to have, especially U.S. Airsoft, right? Especially Airsoft in the United States. You cannot release a product that has problems. You cannot. Especially if it's going to be something that's like over like $100 something. You can't. You absolutely can't. You try to release like a gun. I don't care how rare it is to find a fully licensed whatever. Insert your favorite platform here, right? It don't matter if it's not good. It ain't gonna move, man. Especially if because people catch on quick, right? People are within communities are very quick to catch on if there's any sort of issues or problems, negative feedback that people might need to know about. It's going to be made very abundantly clear by the rest of the Airsoft community, forums, Reddit, obviously stuff like that, YouTube even as well. There's no saving it. If it's a bad product, it's a bad product, man. There's absolutely no way to go ahead and save that, bro. Like it is what it is. But yes, going back to the topic for tonight, I actually want to go ahead and show off what it was that we had asked here. I'll go ahead and leave a link to this as well. This is a research plan that we put up for everyone to go ahead and take a look at themselves and let us know their feedback. I don't think anyone, let's see, did anyone ever comment on it? No one has commented on it yet. Interesting. I know it's a bit of a read, but let's see if I can go and find it. Let's see, research plan. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right, sweet. We'll go ahead and show this off so everyone can read for themselves. There you go. So there's a whole ass research paper that we used AI to go ahead and create for us, specifically Gemini. It gave us a summary, and the thing that we noticed too is that, obviously saying that, we do notice that there is growth, and then in the future it will get bigger, but however, the industry's path forward is not without significant challenges. The primary headwind is a fragmented and often contradictory regulatory landscape, which varies dramatically between states and municipalities, creating compliance burdens and deterring potential customers. Furthermore, the sport faces a strategic pincer movement from its competitors, the established incumbent paintball and a new highly accessible disruptor gel blasters. Okay, to be honest, I didn't really think gel blasters were being that big in the U.S. I mean, again, could be wrong, right? The analysis concludes that Airsoft has solidified its position as a major pillar of the recognized sport in the industry. Its future trajectory remains strongly positive, contingent on its ability to navigate the complex legal environment and strategically differentiate itself within an increasingly competitive marketplace. Yeah, dude, that I would agree with. The biggest thing is being able to navigate legal issues when it comes to social media growth and, again, awareness, because that's the biggest thing. Like, it's just the sheer, very clear, overt censorship that goes on, whether intentional or not. You know, I have my own things to believe, but even if AI is just saying like, oh, it recognizes this as a gun, it's like, you know, it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating, because believe me when I say we bust our ass to try to make sure that we don't do anything to violate any community guidelines whatsoever. And even then, realistically, it's actually not even that hard. And any sane person with a brain, you know, who if they actually employ people and not use AI like freaking sellouts, if they were to actually go ahead and have a person look at our content and actually analyze it and be like, okay, this clearly does not violate community guidelines. What are we doing here, right? There you go. But the fact that they're consistently trying to employ AI when it's not clearly fucking ready, we're stuck in this hellhole. We're stuck in this position, right? And that's why we have to constantly rely on, hey, spread the word around, let people know what we got going on, let people know what's happening, right? This is a big problem that's happening to, like, everywhere. Where's the store located? ZS Place. We are in Santa Fe Springs, 12140 Altamar Place, Santa Fe Springs, California 90640. I'm pretty sure I got the zip code right. Imagine if you could do a field trip to an airsoft field as a learning experience. Bro, that'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely insane if we could. All right, imagine school field trips there. That would be hilarious. But it breaks down further, right? Obviously, is like, you know, what's happening here, what are some positives, right? What are some positives? What's going on in terms of airsoft specifically for the United States, right? Like, it breaks it down even further. And there were several things that I found were very interesting, but it kind of got me wondering, like, is this going to be the future of airsoft? Is AI going to be directing all of us in terms of, you know, being able to come up with, you know, strategies? I get it, right? In terms of just sheer industry-wise, AI will end up replacing a lot of positions, whether I don't like it, but it's going to happen whether I like it or not. AI is going to end up replacing a lot of positions that are either repetitive, you know, anything that requires a lot of repetition, right? Just in terms of, okay, just copy and paste, that's going to end up being taken over by AI. And not just us, that's going to be literally everyone. Not even airsoft. That's a global thing. You know, that's going to be a global position. Right? So obviously then you're going to have some people that are going to have more time. Obviously, anyone that's going to be doing specific like marketing and stuff will probably be able to have a little bit more time to focus on doing those projects, which, cool, sure, I guess, one benefit, right? But the biggest thing is, right, when people have a lot more free time on their hands when we're using AI, the future is going to look like, well, we've gotten all the work done, now we're going to do, right? Now it's going to be a matter of trying to fill in that time gap. It's going to be a matter of trying to fill it out. Because when people are bored, they're going to find something to do. Look what happened with COVID, right? People were shut in at home. People couldn't go anywhere. People couldn't do anything. So what did they do? We saw a spike in airsoft. We saw people going out and buying more airsoft guns. And even though they were just using them in their backyard, some people were actually going to fields. Some fields were still open and able to go ahead and, you know, operate, so long as obviously, you know, in staging areas you follow what was it? What did we call it again? What was the word for it? I know it's only been a few years. Social distancing. That's right, social distancing. As long as we social distance with each other, it's an outdoor sport for the most part, especially outdoor fields. Like, right, we're outside, right? It generally was a pretty safe thing to do. It's a safe activity, right? Same thing with golfing, right? So I just found it very interesting that maybe AI can eventually play some pivotal role in terms of being able to help airsoft and be able to go ahead and save us, because obviously it's not perfect yet. It's not perfect yet, but it does help, and it does teach you a few things. And again, Cisco and I, the biggest takeaway for me was, again, even just the vocabulary that you're saying in like a YouTube video, specifically a mainline video, even just saying the words like to shoot, oh yeah, I killed that guy, right? Even just saying that automatically means that you're getting like, okay, the AI said like, all right, something's going on here, we gotta, you know, I guess if you say it too many times in a row too, it would just immediately take you down, right? Like that I mean, that's good information to know, and I wouldn't have known that had it said it, because AI or YouTube, I should say, is intentionally ambiguous with its terms and guidelines. It doesn't want to be nuanced. It wants to be as broad as it possibly can, so it doesn't actually have to use people for it, which is stupid. Again, people are always going to be better than machines. But I'm going to answer some questions and see what you guys think about it as well. We use AI at my job, Napa Auto Parts. Oh, okay. Salesman to understand customers' buying patterns. That's it. Buying patterns, I can kind of see maybe a little bit. Like it records a trend maybe and can infer what might be going on. Though again, I still feel like man would be better for that. But again, maybe I'm just so anti-clanker, you know. It is Wednesday here in Phil. Oh, okay. I just woke up. Thought it was Wednesday. Bro, I wish. I wish. 920 Tactical. What's going on, dude? I want to send you a copy of patches if you're interested. I messaged you on IG. All right. I'll have to take a look at that. Chilling on me about you. Happy Ghost Ninja. Good to have you here as well, my man. Imagine if you could do a village down as well. We're sort of located. Y'all have a good night. No worries, Black Brick. You have yourself a wonderful night. How far east have you played in the USA? Far east? I haven't played Airsoft outside of California, man. I haven't played Airsoft outside of California. You know what's funny? When we went to MOA last year, we were in Taiwan. I was really hoping that I'd find a way to like, oh man, if there was like a field or even if it's like an indoor like place, what if I could do like a rental there and just play? I don't know, it'd be kind of cool, but there's just no time for it. But no, in terms of the U.S., never played outside of California. Always wanted to. Always wanted to. It'd be cool if I could actually, even all the way out in Virginia. Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be freaking sweet. What I would love to do, obviously, would be like being able to join Cutter, Crazy J. I would love to be able to go out and do Shadowlands stuff. That stuff sounds awesome. Hell, I'd even like to go to Florida. For some reason, Florida be popping with Airsoft. Don't know why. Would love to go out there. Even the VFC KS1s are starting to have reports of lemons being received. Oh, I hate that shit. Hey, don't you hate that? Let me make it sweet. I DM as well. I'll be a vendor. Case cement. Oh, RPGs. All right, DM me. DM the main account so that way I can note it down and everything. Or email me. The email is going to be isaiasq@airsoftgi.com. Again, that's isaiasq@airsoftgi.com. I can go ahead and jot you down as a potential vendor as well. Maybe it speaks to the overhype and poor support at launch for new platforms that prematurely killed new innovations. That could be a thing too that actually does kill innovation as well. But honestly, the biggest thing that we notice is also just lack of support from customers. Look, at the end of the day, whether we like to admit it or not, customers these days, in terms of what they have, want everything to be easy. I get it. We live in a world where everything's easily accessible. Everything's, much faster in regards to being able to access information. Right? Everything's instant. There are not many people that are patient in terms of airsoft. Airsofters back then, when I first started playing, and even older, like around Boss Man's time, you had to be a tech. Like, it didn't matter if the gun sucked or not. You bought it because it was different, because it was new, because it was cool, right? You bought it because, okay, this is something that I don't have. There's more of that collector's sort of thing going on right there. It's a point of pride that, like, oh, I have this, like, new gun that just got released, right? And I get it. Economy was a different time. But the patience and the willingness to work with platforms was a lot higher back then. Nowadays, people want to buy a gun, they want it to work immediately, which understandable. That should, again, the quality of airsoft guns should go up with time. Of course, obviously, that's a given. But in terms of just, oh yeah, I want all these aftermarket supports, like products that come with it or items to be immediately available upon when I buy it, is like, it's like, it's not as if you're doing something different than AR. I mean, it makes sense, right? That's another factor as to why no one really wants to venture outside the ARs, because people want to start going crazy with the customization, right? Everyone thinks it's like the gun builder section from like Modern Warfare, right? Here's your gun. You can put any rail that you want on there, right? Here's all these crazy options, all these crazy different accessories that are specifically designed for it, when in reality, in Airsoft, they're a little bit harder to find. As someone that runs other platforms other than the AR, I can speak, like testaments about that, where it's like, hey, it is going to be a bit of a waiting game sometimes in order to wait for certain parts to come in, magazines to come in. Not everything's going to be immediately like or super easy. You kind of have to deal with it quite a bit. But that's par for the course, man. That's par for the course, and I do it any day of the week, But it is nice, yes, when a company does come out with, say, hey, have this new platform. Like, for example, right? Obviously, it's going to be another AR. Go figure, right? But hear me out, right? You have something like, you have something like this SR4, for example, the KLI SR4 dual CO2 gun, right? It's freaking cool. Yes, it's an AR, but the fact that it's using a dual CO2 magazine that is specifically designed for, not like an aftermarket one that you're putting on. No, this is what it was. That's its OEM. That's freaking cool. Right, this kicks so freaking hard. It's very resistant in the cold weather. That's something that we really did like about it. Was this is very much a cold weather gun, and I love it. Right, obviously you got to keep this shit spotless in terms of its cleanliness. But again, every gun is gonna have some type of quirk. Every platform, no matter what, no specific GB platform is gonna be perfect. There's always gonna be one thing that's like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do this. So this one's a little bit, sticky here, gets dirty here, you got to clean this part up a little more often here, this part is a little more fragile. Every gun's gonna have it. It's just like cars, man. They're all gonna have their own little quirks, right? With this guy, it's just gotta keep it clean. You gotta keep it absolutely clean. But it's a fun ass gun, man. And the fact that it came out alongside its magazines, like, that was nice. That was super nice. They didn't have to do that. I mean, they did if they wanted it to succeed succeed a little bit more than a lot of our newer platforms do. But yeah, it's nice when companies do that, and I like rewarding and giving props where props are due. All right, let's see here. Remember, guys, we want to get those orders in before it's too late. Remember, I'm only going to be streaming till 9:30. Once 9:30 hits, that's going to be it for the live stream, and this promotion that I have going on where every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries does expire. So make sure to go and get those orders in now while you can. And remember, if you guys do have any Airsoft related questions, put the letter Q right in front of your question. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify and thereby answer. And if you guys want to partake in tonight's discussion, make sure to go ahead and leave your comments down below so that I can go ahead and read them. For swap meet, will stuff be on sale? Yes, we will be having discounts up to 50% off. Shadow pain. I'll order a call to the boss. And what the fuck is that? Here's here. Where's Discord? Where are you at? Discord. Let's see here. Where are you? I'm gonna call him up right now. There we go. Hello?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. So, Isaias.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop deeper into this AI question you asked everybody, because I kind of understand you, but I kind of don't, because it kind of jumped somewhat all over the place a little bit. But before that, I want to let On know next year we should have a true Mayo Gang NGC4 MWS. It will have dual ambidextrous selector. Cisco and I still contemplating about the receiver, how it should look, but we may go back to the regular Forge receiver with ambidextrous.
Is it harder to do if it's a billet?
No, I just, every mother is doing billet. So what if I know SLR is doing the billet receiver, so I don't want to be the same as them.
Gotcha.
So I believe everyone will love the rail set.
Okay.
So wait for it, and maybe our gun will come with either like a B5 or Kung Fu grip, licensed ones, because I think it can be affordable enough to just pass along that. We'll install it here in the States for people. I think that's cool.
Hell yeah. No, I think so too. I think if we can get either the Kung Fu or even like the B5. I'll be honest.
We'll let people pick.
Between the two, I really like the B5.
You don't like the Kung Fu?
Kung Fu is good. I like how more aggressive the texturization is, but I like the options that B5 offers.
Yeah, maybe we'll offer the K grip, the regular grip, and the comfort grip. So for people to pick, and maybe even like stock options.
Oh hell yeah!
That I believe that would be cool. So I had a conversation with you, and I know you're a grown man, and this is literally man-to-man talk, and I do believe you hold your belief fairly. And by the way, you are millennials, right?
Technically speaking, I'm on like I am. I looked into it. I am.
You're born 90s.
Yeah, 96. But it's so late in the 90s that it's like, you know, I'm on that cusp, like the very last year of like millennials before you get into Gen Z.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can speak to Gen Z. I'm just kidding. But, I'm a Generation X, and I'm trying to have a good conversation with you. And in this conversation, I'm not even going to get involved with politics or whatever. But,
thank you. Yes.
AI, you have your beliefs, and I 100% understand your beliefs. And it's kind of like what I said to you. Hey, if you don't want AI, just like how who's the physicist that sit on the he's kind of handicapped. He sit on the wheelchair. Hawking? Yeah, Hawking was talking about AI is actually bad because once the AI become AGI, meaning artificial general intelligence, they're able to pick and choose, and they're able to protect themselves in a way, and they're able to grow in substantial rate that human will never match. Okay, and this is kind of like a product or a thing that human created. Okay, you think nuclear weapon is dangerous? AI may be just as danger. We all understand that, right?
Of course.
But because that's where you're coming from, and I understand you're saying AI is gonna, make a lot of people jobless, and when you don't have a job, you cannot shop, and you cannot buy, you cannot survive. And I did tell you, we have freedom of speech, we had the rights to bear arms or whatever. But what do we not have?
What, the right to live?
Yeah. You understand that part?
Yeah. No, I get it. It becomes frustrating when I get it. Like, I will never be able to fully see AI in a 100% pure positive light ever, and I don't think most people do, but it's just a matter of if we don't start using it more, someone else is gonna use it, and we're fucked either way.
Well, it's kind of like this. We talk about right now. You can go try to terminate Sam Altman all you want, or the Google boss or whatever's right, but can you kill Xi Jinping? No. He's making his AI, and his AI might be pretty crazy.
For me, I guess it's just like the way I see it is that, like, I understand that this is definitely the way that the future is going to go, and Airsoft is going to 100% be reliant on. I mean, look at us. I mean, I'm sure we're not the only Airsoft retailer that's using AI as a tool for research and even development, right, in terms of like stuff. But it just, and I think On said it best right now, right? He's like, it's bad because we're already being over reliant on it while it's still in the developing stages. It hasn't fully. I don't think it's fully there yet, man. Like,
no, it's not. It has not hit AGI yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the term of AI singularity is artificial general intelligence, AGI. Okay, that means, but when it hits, some predict 90% of the people will be out of the job some way, one way or another. Some other people predict by 2030, a third of the job will disappear because it will get replaced by AI.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what the government is for. And it's, we are a capitalist country and we are a democracy. And you know what? I believe when that time comes, people will need to resort to UBI. Do you know what a UBI is?
No, tell me.
Universal Basic Income.
Oh.
You have to. Because you're not going to have any jobs.
It's going to be a country full of very people with a lot of free time, but no means of being able to spend it.
Exactly. That's where we're discussing about, right?
Yeah.
So I want to look at this topic more of half glass full. I hope you understand this. So we understand AGI can create a lot of havoc. Meaning, like, for example, Lockheed Martin just their skunk works just came out with their drone to attack, the drone that can be artificially controlled, whatever's right. Just like someone was saying, Skynet, it's happening. It is. It will be. It will happen. But my half full analogy is more of Star Trek analogy. So you're believing when people have nothing to do, they will do drugs, they will do whatever's, right?
Yes.
So be it. Have them do that, because they will be out of the job. They can do whatever they want because, again, you don't have the rights to live in a way because how should I say this? By the way, AI may be able to change that because medicine should get a lot cheaper. Okay? Meaning it may be even free. So my glass half full analogy is Star Trek analogy, meaning we don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. You're free to do whatever you like. Like Isaiah, if you like painting, you paint whatever you want. And you trade your painting with, people that have similar hobby as you. If you like Airsoft, great. Now you have a lot of time to play Airsoft. You have a lot of time to think of a game strategy or game scenario, or have a lot of time to play, or have a lot of time to tinker. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does.
So, huh?
Oh no, I was gonna say, I was gonna quote someone right now. Darwin's Arbiter was saying, UBI is gonna probably linked with your credit status, though. I imagine they're gonna go that way to ensure not just anyone is allowed. It's a dangerous thought.
Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but UBI meaning universal, so it will not base off credit or whatever. It basically the people that are out of the job. I'm just quoting some people. Is whoever that are employed, like let's say OpenAI, they have to take a portion of proceeds to make sure they pay all these people, because if they don't do that, what's next? Revolution meaning human versus fucking androids now. So is that good for the world? No. You understand? It's kind of like why Russia has nuclear weapon and we have nuclear weapon. China has nuclear weapon. So it's the same thing. If we don't get paid, humans don't get paid, they die, they get angry, they want to revolt.
Understandable.
You understand?
Understandable why. No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, for sure, AI may be able to wipe us out. I don't know. But I'm trying to think as a glass half full. I mean, today's day is, we're really recording this in September 23rd, 2025. And hopefully many of you guys can remember this day that we have this pretty deep conversation. And what I'm trying to say is, when you say, will AI save Airsoft? I don't believe AI will save Airsoft in terms of freeing up us able to communicate freely through social media to people. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. However, AI may be able to free us. Now, this is still years away, right? The AGI may be able to free us to be a free man, meaning you do have freedom to live however happy you want.
I mean, in an ideal
I cannot
world,
guarantee
yes.
your happiness. Huh?
In an ideal world, yes. I just do worry, like you were saying, that like, at a certain point, like my biggest fear is right before we get to that point where we've achieved that perfect utopia, right? That AI has been able to free us of a lot of like menial tasks and responsibilities that we no longer have to worry about. It's that period beforehand, right beforehand, where people are, rightfully pissed off that they've been replaced by a clanker. People are pissed off that they're no longer getting, paid for their jobs that they were once doing. It's that change period that I'm like, I hope it doesn't last very long.
No, it's gonna be a suffering for a period of time, definitely, because like for example, I explained to you guys, they're saying 35,000 junior accountant job got eliminated since 2023.
Paralegals, okay, right, were taken out as well.
Yes, paralegal got taken out because big conglomerates don't really need them anymore. They employ like the lawyers, AI services that can help them read any kind of court documents or contracts within seconds. So why do I need paralegal, right?
Right.
It's very unfortunate, right? Because
it fucking sucks.
Right, I understand that, but they just put it in this way. Again, what I'm trying to tell you is, we will go through the pain, right? But I hope we can coexist with AI. Meaning, if AI can lead us a way that some people think I'm smoking weed right now and talking about utopia, but maybe AGI is the thing that can put us into utopia. Meaning, remember when I talked to you about the right to live? Because currently our system, people are talking about like you have the freedom to pursue happiness, you have rights to bear arms, but do you truly have freedom? Your own freedom? No, you don't, because money controls you. You don't pay tax, government's gonna go after you one way or another. You don't pay your rent, your lease, your mortgage, someone's gonna come to you. But once we get through this hump, we get to that utopia part, you may not need to worry about money. And then we just have to worry about, we talk about the VFC gun, some people are reporting they have bugs or whatever. Then you're going to have a lot of time to fix those bugs. You're going to have a lot of time to fix certain things that you love, not necessarily what you need. So what I'm trying to say is AGI may be able to help us get through life easier and have you have free time to do what you love to do. If you're born to be like, hey, I want to be an athlete, that's where you're going to go for. You don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. Let's say you don't have to worry about school loans anymore, because you can learn a lot of stuff through AI, and AI is practically free to that time, because it doesn't take a lot to make something. You understand what I mean?
No, I get it. Again, it's just, I just don't want us to, like, obviously we don't have no idea how long that, we'll call it a restoration period. For history nerds, you'll know that reference. We'll call it a second restoration period or reconstruction period, right? I just really, really do worry about that period in time. Because, like, yes, you're right. I can see that, maybe not to the extent that Star Trek was able to portray it, right? Where this literal perfect utopia, but obviously a very big change in our socio-economic system. I can definitely see that happening, and AI playing a massive role in that. but I just do worry that will we even be able to get to that point within our lifetime, or is this going to be something that's, only our kids are going to be really able to go ahead and see, and what sort of irreparable damage might have been done during that point,
Well, maybe in 20 years, I'll see you, in the sewage place defending, fighting off drones. I don't know.
Dude, hell yeah, bro. Live my Terminator fantasies.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, it is happening, whether you like it or not.
Of course.
I'm being honest. And like I was telling you, hey, right now, if you learn how to script certain things and you're good at using AI, that's a skill set no one can take away from you. Until AI take it away from you.
Yeah, I was about to say, until AI takes it away from me, until they no longer need the middleman at that point. They can just do it themselves.
No, I understand that. But don't you need to live till then?
True, but I just don't know what that sort of time frame is going to look at, and the repercussions of it. That's the biggest thing that I always have the big concern of. At the end of the day, taking away all the memes, taking away all the silliness from it, my biggest reservation with AI has always been just the repercussions of it, because I understand that it's not going away anywhere. This is the way that the future is headed, but it also means that the consequences are going to come, for better or for worse. Nobody knows how severe it's going to be. We are stepping into a world that is much bigger and out of our own perception, out of our own depth of understanding, and I worry what that might entail.
Well, and I'm going to backtrack a little bit to 2025 currently, okay? The way AI growth is crazy.
Yes.
Because right now, they're actually using AI to help AI learn. And that's just going to accelerate the point for them to become artificial general intelligence. What does AGI mean? It means that they basically think like a human. But yet, their capability is quadrillion times better than us. Okay, so now I'm going to backtrack a little bit. We're still at 2025. Our biggest problem right now is all this conglomerate, social media, they're using AI to weed out a lot of stuff. Like, for example, I don't know if you know that Discord, Reddit, and some other social media, they got together and they're like, okay, we need to eradicate fucking the shit that killed Charlie Kirk.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Why is it important for us to know as airsofters? It's very unfortunate. We're kind of like the byproduct of this. Meaning, everyone is going to go out. It's much easier to say, oh, let's just not post anything with guns or related with guns or anything that remotely resemble guns. You are going to link into real guns. And if you cannot generate any money for us, meaning you're not the top 2 or 3 YouTubers or gun tubers, or even I think basically there's only 2 to 3 guys in the world now on YouTube, in the world, okay? Not in the United States, okay? 2 to 3 people can comfortably live with what YouTube give them from Airsoft. Not a lot. Okay, I don't even count Novich anymore. You can't. Because go look at his thing. And you'll be like, oh, what are you talking about? Desert Fox? No, he gets paid from Epic.
Yeah. It's all sponsored.
And he has his own other business. Okay, so I'm trying to tell people that in 2025, this day, maybe Airsoft is something that it's very going to be very human in the next however many years, with all this AI going off here and there. Why do I say that? When we were kids, especially guys, we all see, well, I want to be, playing cowboys or soldiers or cops and robbers, or I want some sort of action. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's almost like that's human's nature, right? It's kind of like fencing, it's gentleman's game. So airsoft is somewhat like that. It's kind of like, taekwondo. It is somewhat violent. Your goal is to try to hit somebody with whatever you're learning, right? Or boxing, or the way of samurai, or stuff like that. You're not really trying to kill people, but you try to learn the skill sets, right?
Yeah, you're trying to
in a
occupy
way,
it with something.
Airsoft is kind of like that, and yet you do not kill anybody. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, as much of a quote unquote contact sport or extreme sport it can be, it is fairly benign in its nature.
Right, unless you try to be some special force guy that try to jump off of a 2-story building. I don't know. I don't even think special force people would do that anyway.
No.
So, with a whole bunch of AI talk and whatnot, what I'm trying to say is for us to save as a man, human, like, I actually think airsoft is part of the good thing. One thing that's very close to how human want, and, very primitive. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, no, I still I get it. Again, it's just like I don't think there's really any way to quell my anxieties for what the future may hold, other than just we'll just have to sit back, hope for the best, pray that this restoration period or this reconstruction period is a peaceful one. It's not gonna end up hurting people at all, because I don't want that, and we're able to get to this close to perceived utopia sooner than later.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be easy. But back to airsoft, what I'm trying to say is, in order for us to even have that, after all this bumpiness, we need the grassroots. We need everyone. We're all humans. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, we cannot rely on social media to spread our words at all. It's so unreliable because it is controlled by AI. But currently, this AI is controlled by human that have purposefully made them. I'll use a simple word: hate airsoft.
Yeah, or very ambiguous with its enforcement.
Right. So, if we're talking about all this, I think what the message I want to give everybody is, we need airsoft to be around because we like it, we love it. It's a lot more human than AI, right? We keep talking about AI, and then how do we combat AI from trying to destroying this industry? It's actually very fragile, by the way, guys. Is through grassroots. Is through, telling your buddies how fun it is. I don't care if you buy used guns and use it as rental, or not rental, use it as like a loaner for your friends. As long as you try to get them hooked and try to teach them the correct way to play, because honesty or integrity, sportsmanship is still part of human, right, Isaias?
Yeah.
But we need that right now. We need to get through this hump.
No, 100%. Like, it's Bossman isn't really talking. It's AI pretending to be him. Oh no!
No. I'm literally talking from the heart. Because, guys, hear me out. The attrition rate for airsoft players is about 12 to 18 months. People get out. you get the people that follows our stream from Cisco from to you and all that kind of stuff. Maybe eventually it will be AI that looks like Isaias. I don't know.
God, why? Why would it want to be
But
me?
you can see we have missed a lot of people because they get bored of the hobby and they get out. So it's about 12 months and whatnot, right? They just say that I'm going to shrink this example down a little bit so everyone can understand. Let's say we have 100 airsoft players currently, and the industry can support 100 players. But every month, we lose 10 players, and we're only replenishing 1 players. Okay? That means first month, we're down to 91 players. Next month, we're down to 82 players. Next month, we're down to 73 players. So at that time, you will see, let's say, field closing, retail shops closing, because they cannot, sustain the slowness.
Yeah.
The innovation will start slowing down tremendously. You will see people coming out with the same style of guns over and over because they are very afraid to invest money into newer platform or systems. So now, without anybody's help and with the chokings, the 4th month, you're down to 64 players left. The 5th month, you're down to 55. Now, manufacturers are closing.
No, airsoft dies. It's like slowly but surely. This is a continuing trend. People are confused about DJ. So we didn't have 100 players. Yeah. So if you're the example was if you're starting off with a certain number of players, it could be any number that you want. We'll say 100, right? Only a certain number of those people are coming back into it, right?
No, not coming back. New.
They're new players that are coming. Well, even then, like the fact that they're not even coming back in the first, like people are just quitting altogether, right? It's the fact that month by month by month, you'll see a shrinking number of people, right? Newer players are just not really staying into the hobby itself, and even old time players that have been around for some time, they're leaving, like they're getting out of it. Right? There's at that point you are seeing less and less people partake in the hobby. You're seeing less and less people being active in the community itself. Stores are not going to want to support it. Stores are not going to be there. Fields are not going to be there, or vice versa, whichever one comes first. Right? It just can't support a very limited community of just no one being there. There's no point in doing it. You're losing money at that point. Right? You're not turning a profit. Right? You're bleeding money. It's going to close down, which unfortunately has been the reality for a lot of states, not here obviously in SoCal, but even then we've seen fields and or stores close down here too. We've seen stores down here close. We've seen plenty of places across the greater USA having to close up shop because again there just wasn't enough community involvement. There wasn't enough people there. They just couldn't sustain it.
So if we take a look at this and we like, hey, wait a minute, so all the shop closing, who cares? We still have the say EVIC or GI or whoever's. No, by the time it hits 46 players, EVIC will no longer be around. They're gonna try very hard to sell to, I don't know, capital eventualists, or whoever's. But it's gonna be very hard to sell it to anyone that realize, wait a minute, if I buy this and I cannot advertise anywhere, from now on, who the fuck in the right mind is going to advertise on magazines, newspapers?
Yeah, no one reads those.
Yeah, it's social media. So if we cannot spread the words organically, our burn rate is happening. It's reality. You say, so what's going to happen to manufacturers? Manufacturers are actually changing their strategies too. For example, G&G, they're actually spending more time on the defense sector, not for players anymore. all those airsoft manufacturers in China, they can go do other stuff because
it cut out there for a little bit, like for like the last like 20 seconds. It like kind of went silent for a little bit.
No, I'm just saying, no one in the right mind is going to advertising in the traditional, media, like TV, like newspaper, like magazines. No, not anymore. If when the brands are gone, meaning like let's say Lancer Tactical, let's say the bigger brands, they don't even need to go to SHOT Show anymore. SHOT Show's not going to miss them.
Yeah.
Because,
it's not what it's about
airsoft
anyway,
is such a niche market. If you ever visit SHOT Show, you'll see maybe 10 years ago, if you go to Umarax's booth, 50% were airsoft. Now, very sad. One wall left, one big wall. Kind of sad. It's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we need everyone's help that are passionate about airsoft. And I told Cisco today, I want every single event, I don't care who put it up, to be successful. Because without that, airsoft will die. And it's faster than ever.
Yeah. I think honestly the biggest thing though, like even more so than just because we can, as those who actually work in the airsoft community, we can do a good job as far as like, organizing the event itself. But at the end of the day, it ultimately does fall on, and it sucks because I don't want to make viewers feel like, oh, it's all on me. But to an extent, there is a very big call to action here that's happening in terms of airsoft. It really does mean that hey, everyone out there, whether you've only been playing this for like maybe a few months, or you've been in this game for like over 10 plus years, community involvement is such a big, massive contributing factor to the survival of airsoft. If again, there's not going to be much of a point or motivation really for companies to want to do like events, any sort of community-based things at all if people just don't show up. If people don't show up to things, and what's the point of even trying to put in all this work? Like the Mayo Gang meet, for example, right? That's just one example. We do this, and let's say nobody shows up, right? Like we get less than 50 people show up in total, right? Including vendors, right? That would be considered like a failure, even though we do a good job of trying to our best to spread it out to everybody, organizing everything, having all this good stuff planned out for it. If people don't show up at the end of the day, like that's kind of on them, right? Because then they're also like attributing to the decline of airsoft. And I get it, people have busy schedules, people have work, that's totally understandable. But just having the mindset of, oh, I don't want to be involved in anything right now, I just want to play my games and that's it when I want to, I'll be the first one to say it. It is a bit selfish, right? Community events are incredibly important to, again, draw out more members of the community, to get people more involved, to spread the word as far as what's going on in airsoft in terms of both as a retail side, right? What's newest products that are coming out, and also what's happening to the community in and of itself, and what are some things that can change, what are some things that can improve on, how can we get newer people involved. If we get new people showing up, like for the first time trying to buy their very first airsoft guns, like on the Mayo Gang meet, and they see all this going on, that's only going to leave like positive memories with them. That's only going to be a positive experience for them, and they're going to continue to want to get more people involved. Like, hey, I went to this thing at GI, it was freaking sweet. I not only got a deal on my first gun, but I got to play games. I got to hang out with this YouTuber called Valiant Airsoft. I met so many dudes that were in this community that are really welcoming, that are really nice. That would be on them to go ahead and get more people recruited into it as well. Like, it's important, man. It's super important for people to get involved.
Yeah, I believe, don't feel like, oh, we're talking about a very harsh or very boring subject. Now if you come to think of it, tinkering, playing CQB, play MilSim, play just regular games, or just have fun, or collecting are all part of airsoft, right? And believe it or not, now you have to see, hey, community building, community set up a community are actually fun. That's part of this hobby. believe it or not, because it's so deregulated. It's so how should I put this? It's spread fairly thin. It's not like any other sports. Like for example, golf. You have your golf clubs or golf associations throughout different cities. Airsoft don't have that. You are actually in control to do that. You can actually form a team. You can actually set up some sort of Discord. You can actually do a lot of different, there's so many different chat messaging systems now. You can have a group. You can invite people in. You guys can chat so many cool airsoft products or knowledge throughout and try to get more people in. I believe that that should be part of fun for airsoft.
Yeah,
do you guys all agree?
I love the fact that in our own Discord as well, and this is something that I've been trying to do as well. That like, if I'm ever going out to play for like event organizations or even just regular walk-on like casual play, I'll put it in the Discord and try to get more people involved. I think that itself is obviously, you don't have to use Discord. You can use literally so many other platforms out there, whether it be even Facebook, which I know is old as fuck, but like people still use it. You'll still use it. You can still use Facebook for creating Facebook groups, right? For creating airsoft teams, or just, hey, this is a club that we have together that we go out and play every so often. There are so many people that I see like on Facebook specifically that will have gas blowback only club, right? So they'll meet together once a month at whatever field, and they'll do private games. All pitch in, and it's like, hey, we're gonna do gas blowback only games. That's our biggest thing. We're only gonna play with each other. We don't want to play with the public. We're just gonna do our own thing, right? That's freaking awesome. I mean, obviously, that's just one example. There are so many other things you can do. Obviously, we have the chats for it as well. When events or fields, right, you can definitely plan out with the rest of you. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing this whole time. I've also been trying to ask everyone too, what day specifically I should go out to Warp Tops. I'm going to be going out to Warp Tops like in a week? Yeah, in like a week's time, a little over a week, I'll be going out there. So again, that's just one of the things that you can do as well. Just start bringing out more people. Start being a little bit more involved in the community. Even if it's just like, hey, for an hour a day, maybe it's an hour's like, but for a few minutes a day, just go on to whatever platform and just try to be more involved and start posting more, whether it be posting pictures of your own stuff, whether it be giving advice to other people, looking around at what other people are doing, and just start commenting. It's not this, we live in a day and age where it's so easy to connect with people across the fucking planet, right, in a matter of a few seconds, right? If as long as you're on the same Discord server, you can talk to anyone, right? It should not be that hard to be able to just communicate with other people within your community for airsoft specifically.
Right. Unless you're shadow banned like me.
Unless you're shadow banned like me, or like YouTube AI thinks you're a minor and can't do anything. Ah, great.
No, but enough like tough subjects, like for somebody brought it up, like VMP2 magazine is out of stock. I'm not so sure about that. We can probably check on that tomorrow. But like for example on that, right, AI can be a great warehouse management tool instead of people. Okay. But anyways, let's go back to like the more fun stuff. We definitely want more people involved. Let's say, going back to the burn rate of people, let's say we're down to 73 people right now, right? But next month we're actually trying very hard, and next month we want to gain 7 people. So next month you're actually down to 70 people because 10 people leave, and you have 73. You add 7, you're at 70. Right? Then the very next month, you're at 67. But you're like, okay, everyone tries even harder. They're just sustainable at 10. Then, the ecosystem is finally stabilizing. And that's what we need right now. And then once the ecosystem stabilizes, we can actually use this momentum to get more people in. You kind of agree with my assumption on this?
Momentum is always momentum, Momentum is a great way to get more involvement, to get the energy out there. I get it.
Yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom shit like that.
No,
Like I said,
it's
I'm trying
concerning,
to.
but there are positives from it as well. At the end of the day, it's a tool. It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. The potential for both is very high.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be a matter of time before we figure out what happens, and hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and stick around. Well, again, that's only gonna be with the continued support of everybody else here. That we'll be able to be here for that perfect Star Trek utopia.
And burnout rate, we can somewhat discuss it real quick before we lose even more people. Let's say if you get bored of AEG, go play GBBR.
Get a GBR, man. Dude, we've been saying this for I don't know how long now, for like over 2 years. This has been like a big point, is changing the way you play, switching over from like the M4 to, even if you do have to stick with, if you don't have the money for GBB, that's fine. If you want to stick, to AEGs, but you're getting bored, change just the field. Even just a change of scenery makes a huge difference. Support other fields in your area too. I get it if there's like one field that's like close to you and you have to drive out further. I promise you, even driving out further to another field is going to be worth it, because it's a completely different experience. Even if it's not your favorite, ends up being your favorite field, at the very least, at least you got to change it up. Even changing the platform. I usually use M4s, switching out to an AK. Switch out to an AK. You'd have a lot more fun with it than you realize. Swap out to a sniper rifle. Maybe get a bolt action. A bolt action sniper rifle. Challenge yourself. Do something along those lines. There's so many things you can do to not get bored and to combat the stagnation of the hobby. But it's entirely up to the individual whether they actually like it enough to do it. In my honest opinion, if you are getting that bored with Airsoft, despite all the options that are around you, I genuinely don't think that you don't actually like Airsoft. Like, if you truly like Airsoft, you will find a way to make it work. And if you don't really love it, then I guess it wasn't never meant to be. That's my opinion, Like, I think that it's so easy to not get burnt out on Airsoft, and that's coming from someone that works in the industry. I know that there's so many different ways to not get burned out. And if you're not willing to try that, you just probably didn't like Airsoft in the first place that much.
If you live in buttfuck Egypt, or middle of nowhere, you're complaining about no fields around you. Imagine this. In 1999, 2000-ish, whatever's, even 2001, in Los Angeles, I would assume we probably only have less than 100 people that knows what Airsoft is. But this 100 people were able to secure at least 3 to 4 locations and play.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Los Angeles. And each locations are about 50 miles away. Los Angeles is big, okay?
Yeah.
So from the east to north to south to west, they're able to secure 3 to 4 places. So if you live in buttfuck Egypt and you love Airsoft, you can technically start your own field. It's just the negotiation, the way of planning. It's not that. I'm trying to oversimplify it. I understand, but in a way, that's actually the fun. You are the father of Airsoft in that area. What is wrong with that?
Exactly. Like, again, like, if anything, it might even be considered a bit more fun, because now you don't have to adhere to some fields rules, right? Especially if you don't agree with there's a lot of fields that I play at. I'm not going to say names, but there's a lot of fields that I don't like solely because of the rule set that they might have implemented. Or there's a lot of rules that I don't agree with that do kind of damper the overall experience for me. But, at the end of the day, if you are having your own set of game rules, right, you can literally come up with your own shit. You don't have to worry about adhering to it. As long as, obviously, recommended, you keep everyone's eyes safe and protected, right? That's the biggest non-negotiation. You should always do that. But as long as you're just doing that, making sure you're being safe, you're not doing anything overtly stupid, right? And you're not doing anything that is crazy illegal, right? You're out of everyone's way. You're not got no way of harming anybody else or anything else. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That makes for some of probably the best game modes imaginable. There's no restrictions on FPS, right? There's no restrictions on rate of fire. you can go full auto and like not have to worry about it. That sounds like
just
some
make
awesome
sure
game.
you have AI create a fucking waiver and everyone signs it.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, you could use AI to make the waiver. You can use AI to make the waiver that everyone has to sign. So, at the end of the day, it's not your fault.
Well, you can't say that. Even lawyer will not say that.
Yeah,
But
I know.
anyway, back to what I'm saying is, in order for us to have a lot more new and cool toys or different, gun style or gun in different system, in different configuration, we cannot let this ecosystem break in every single form.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, I showed you that chart of have you ever seen that endangered species chart?
Yeah.
So I would say in 2010, airsoft is probably like least concern. Okay. Now fast forward to this day, we are probably 2 steps from extinction. But how to bring this back? Just like fucking pandas or some sort of Siberian tigers and all that kind of bullshit. Hey, and they're just thriving in certain parts. We may be able to do this without social media's help. We need you guys' help. We need you guys listening to this. Get offline, utilize Discord, chat group. I don't know, Snapchat. Just don't send crazy pictures with Snapchats or shit like that. Spread the words and try to get friends or colleagues or classmates or whatever involved in it. That's it. And obviously the community is more than just the players. We will try to get the vendors, the brands to get more involved too, meaning maybe they have more sponsorships, meaning there may be how to drive airsoft pointers, meaning maybe we can make community outreach to people that matters, people that may be able to change maybe Google's mind or Meta's mind. Because by the way, Google came out and admit that they were censoring. So everybody knows that. And maybe the government might say, no, this is fucked up. You shouldn't be censoring. You should let people's free will to dictate whatever they want to watch or understand. Maybe. I don't know. Okay? But my goal is try to tell you guys the community is going to start moving from the brands, from the stores, from the anything. Whoever that I can talk to and convince to, maybe they will put brochure into it or some sort of QR code and tell people, hey, this is how we can grow community, how this can be, teach you how to play airsoft, fun way, safe way, whatever's. Maybe tips on how to convince your parents to buy you shit. I don't know. I'm being serious.
How to convince your parents to let me play airsoft. Yeah, that's unfortunate. A lot of kids do have to deal with that. Let's see what everyone's saying right now. What's everyone answer that one as well? Many reasons field rules insurance. Yes, no, of course it's all legit. Many reasons why field rules is for insurance. Of course, that's like the biggest thing as well. Waivers don't really save you for anything, but again, it's just one of those peace of mind type deals. Like, I signed the waiver, I know what I'm about. Most people generally, like they're not really gonna do much. It's just to cover their own ass, really, at the end of the day, to make sure. Let's see, anyone else like talking into this as well? People still play on private lands. Texas for sure has fields like that. Yeah, no, I imagine more rural areas for sure. Even in California, you can still find some places where guys will just gather together in a community-based, community, and just play out in like essentially no man's lands or play out in areas that are abandoned, whether they be like abandoned like factories, whether they be old mills of some kind, even creeks out in the woods, right? People will still go ahead and do that, right? Those can still be very, very fun. Those can still be very, very fun. I would 100% agree. I think most people. I think that's what answered all the comments and questions about it. Guys, remember we are coming close to the end of tonight's live stream. Make sure to go ahead and take advantage of the promotions. Amidst all this talk of AI, of course, and what the future may hold, make sure to go ahead and get those entries in. We have a double stacked live stream giveaway happening this Thursday. We're giving away a pretty damn big prize. Right now, it's going to be absolutely insane, so make sure to get those orders in. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries in. Every $20 that you spend gets you 1, right? But right now, if you order yourself the Double Trouble Mystery Box, pretty much at any time, that will be getting you 16 entries into live stream giveaway. So make sure to don't miss out on that. And of course, spread the word around. Again, if it wasn't obvious from what Bossman was saying previously, social media right now isn't doing squat. It's near impossible for it to grow at this point in this day and age with all the consistently changing guidelines, regulations, and how much it's annoying. It's going to be a lot more imperative that we use our own individual voices to go ahead and spread the word of Airsoft specifically. Go on Discord, start posting more. Create your own Discord server, if you will, just talking about Airsoft, or have a private group going, maybe on Facebook if you guys still use Facebook. Use that, right? Use anything at that point to try to get the words out in terms of spreading the word, the gospel that is Airsoft, really.
All right, I'm gonna sign off. I apologize of hijacking Isaiah's lovely, live stream, and I apologize of talking this, harder topic. And I know Brewer's probably boring. He wants to talk about fucking feeds and naked chicks.
No, that's Fidel. That's Fidel.
Yeah, well, Brewer is almost the same. He's always the instigator, so I apologize for a harder topic tonight.
No, it's fine.
All right, see you guys.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
You too. Take it easy. There you go. So yeah, AI, man, it's gonna be interesting. Will it save or destroy? No, it's just gonna be one of those things that's just gonna be another aspect of reality that's gonna really change all facets of life, this included. It's gonna be very interesting to see what the future's holding. But know that if it does come down to us versus them, you bet your ass your boy's gonna be on the side of humanity, baby. Absolutely taking down as many of those damn clankers as possible, bro. Absolutely, huh? What happened? We back. Wow, Dark Tree. Wow, that's fucking hilarious. Instigator, me. Okay, Brewer. Yes, that's true. He is right. You are 100% an instigator. You love stirring the pot, bro. I know you. You're like, oh, okay. You like just seeing what happens, right? You like the drama. I know you do. Yeah, don't apologize. Hard questions need to be asked. Otherwise, the answer is always no if you never ask. Yeah. Airsoft is humanity. AI Airsoft, how's your day? Happy Ghost Ninja, my day is going actually pretty damn well. Here's the thing. My rule of thumb is if so long as nothing bad has happened, right? No one died. No one, at least no one that like I personally know specifically. I mean, it could be someone I don't know, and it's still rough out there. But that's kind of life in general, right? But as long as no one that I personally know or care about died. As long as I still have my health, I still have a job. Generally speaking, I'm chilling, man. I'm 100% chilling, enjoying life as much as one can, and happy to hang out with every single one of you guys as well. But let's get back into it right here. Come on. There we go. Stir in the pot of Okay, this is a good question, guy. And for anyone that partakes in either of these dishes, feel free to let me know. Are you guys more of a menudo crowd, or do you prefer pozole? For me, I would definitely say I'm on Team Pozole, but I have had some good menudo before. But I think, generally speaking, I would say pozole for me. Jazz also is pozole, but very specifically green pozole. Let me know what you guys think of if you guys have a preference. Red pozole, green pozole, or menudo. I'm actually very curious. No on menudo. No on menudo. Why? Why? You're not a big fan, bro? Not a big fan? Next MilSim humans versus clankers. Rust 4 is no longer needed as an enemy. Ooh, that'd be pretty sick, actually. That'd actually be pretty cool. What I would love to see, right? I would love to see kind of like a zombie sort of mode, right? Where you can still play it where it's literally like, humanity versus like clankers, right? Humans versus machines. But you basically have like the way I could see it being set up, right? You have more people on human side potentially. But when it comes to the machine side, obviously there's going to be regular people that sign up to want to be like a cyborg, right? That's kind of the way it would be framed. It would be like, okay, there are these cyborgs versus purebloods, right? That could be I could totally see this being like a setup, right? Where maybe if you're on the side of the machines, maybe you have different rules. Maybe you have like respawn rules, right? Where if you get shot, it's like, okay, you die in place and you can get respawn. Versus, right, or you can be revived. You can be medic, right, by other machines, right, who reboot your system. Versus if you're playing against a human player, right, an actual human player, they have to go ahead and just walk back to respawn. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much in terms of like a play style, but I could see it. NATO versus droids. NATO versus droids. That's funny. That's hilarious. I could see that. The caller hits 100% unlike humans. Oof. It comes down to if you prefer beef or chicken, honestly. I think for generally speaking, I like. It's gonna sound weird. As much as I love a good steak, I love me some cheeseburgers. Dude, I fucking love cheeseburgers, bro. You kidding me? I fucking love burgers. I think I'm more of a chicken man. I've always been more chicken than beef generally. And yes, it depends on my mood. For example, if I go to the gym and I hit the weights hard, I want a giant thick steak. Like if I could go for a T-bone steak. Oh, T-bone steak and eggs. Oh, dude, it's so good. If beef wasn't so expensive right now, oh my goodness, I love T-bone steak. That's like one of my favorite breakfasts to have, but I don't have it very often because it's so expensive. You kidding me? T-bone steak and eggs, country fried steak. Oh, country fried steak and eggs too. I fucking love country fried steak and eggs, dude. But in terms of soups too, I think there are more soups out there that are beef or pork based that I prefer over beef. I don't know. That's just my personal. I got mistaken for an. You know what, Victor? I don't blame them. I didn't know what you were first when I met you either, and before I knew what your last name was, I didn't know what flavor of human you were either. Here's the last man. Fidel wants toast, Brewer, and I don't mind. What the fuck? What is happening here? Yes, go to Casa Gamino in Anaheim. It's all you can eat. The food is amazing. Oh, let me see here. Let me look this place up. Casa. What is it? Casa Gamino. Casa Gamino. I feel like I've driven by this place. In Anaheim. Yeah. I feel like I've driven by here. All right, I will have to. It's all you can eat? Shit. Oh, dude. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to. I'll share my screen for this. This looks pretty good. Oh yes. Oh, you know me. At the end of the day, I can be as in like culturally or cuisine exposed as possible to all these different varying cuisines from different cultures and stuff. I can have all this. I can be cultured as much as I can. At the end of the day, I am a simple man who, if you throw a plate of tacos in front of, I will 100% devour that whole thing. Oh man, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm like, you know what? Now I kind of want some Mexican food. I already had dinner. Damn it! Fuck, how big back I am. As a fellow enjoyer of the bird, I see. Dark Tree, why did you have to say? Why did you have to? You're not beating the allegations, bro. You're not beating the allegations, my man. Come on. Can't feed the stereotypes, brother. No, we're better than this. Next, look up. Okay, I know what that is. You know what's funny? There's one, not like maybe 5 minutes away from my house. I remember I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked into it. I was like, oh, so that's what that is. Yeah, I'm not going there. Yeah, I'm never going there. Has anyone been to Tony's in Redondo Beach? It's amazing. Oh, I'll have to look at that as well. 300 to 400 is plenty for a good starter. I am going to get the sport. Do you think $300 to $400 would make a good solid for? Florida Boarding Brothers Incorporated. That is definitely plenty. I would say, if anything, that's actually more than needed. I would say a good budget to have would be anywhere from like 150 to about 250, and you can get yourself a really solid AEG to start you off with that can last you your entire airsoft career, because you'll be able to find parts for it, you'll be able to easily replace it and make repairs whenever needed. Yeah, I would say 150 to 250. I think is like that's like sort of like your golden price budget really to have. Real wild. Ooh, you fucks with the menudo real wild? Okay. I'm a huge fan of result when it's cooked in your house. Oh, okay. So homemade, I see. Homemade. Interesting. Oreja de Galino. Yes, go at 10 a.m. when they open. Is best time. All you can eat Mexican buffet. Oh, here's the thing. I think even better than like regular Mexican like dinners, right? Traditionally, Mexican breakfast, dude. You cannot beat a Mexican breakfast, dude. That's like my absolute like favorite Mexican breakfast dish of all time, right? I mean, I could cheat and say it's like breakfast burritos, right? But honestly, it's chilaquiles. I love chilaquiles, dude. I love a good like, and I can go for both. I can go for either red or green chilaquiles, right? I want something a little tangier, want something a little bit sweeter, or do I want something spicier, smokier? Oh, bro, delicious, absolutely delicious. And you get the nice over easy or sunny side up egg on top with all the cotija cheese. Oh, dude, it's so good. A little bit of like crema mexicana, or if not, you put a little bit of sour cream on top too, dude. It just gets so good. It's so good. It's so delicious. Maybe with a little side of rice and beans. Of course, you can't go wrong, dude. Oh, heaven, bro, heaven. Bro, I can't stomach the look and texture of that bean paste. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? The refried beans, honestly, go hard. Barbacoa is top for breakfast tacos, and I'll die on that hill. Prime Tech, you can die on that hill. Absolutely you can. That barbacoa is delicious. I would say it's not the top, but it very good. I will say that. Chilaquiles. What about chile rellenos? Chile rellenos are not bad, but chilaquiles I think are just way better. Way better. James Los Santos isn't around anymore. There was in Whittier that changed to Mr. Giant. Yeah, but still good. Yeah, I still need to go there. You know what? Mr. Giant Whittier. Mr. Giant's in Whittier. Okay, you know what? I will try to go here Thursday night. I wonder if I can I wonder if they're on like DoorDash or something. I wonder if I can place an order for pickup, so that way come Thursday after work I can just swing by Whittier, do a pickup, come back home. Maybe, because I've been craving. I've been cooking like a storm recently. And I need a break. Ponle cremita, compa, que fregados de sour cream. What the fuck is sour cream, bro? If they don't have it, cause let's be real, not every place uses crema mexicana. Not every place uses it, dude. Some places they only use sour cream, which is fine. It's still good. It's not the same, but it's still good, bro. It's still good. Damn, getting hungry, but it's past my eating hours. Same, dude. Same. Brewer, they used to be off Harbor and Chapman, but I think they moved off Trask when Harbor was. Doritos Locos, brother. Happy Ghost Ninja, get the fuck out of here. Happy Ghost Ninja, you can get the fuck out. That is not. No, I am not accepting that, brother. Not accepting that. Hi, my name is Hat. I buy Airsoft stuff. Yeah, welcome to the Airsoft stream, buddy. We're talking about Mexican food right now. I tried those logos, guys. I just came back from Vegas, and the one out there, birthday cake, celebration. I don't get it. Anyway, this is for the pozole on West. For the pozole on Western and Cerritos in Stanton. Ooh. Stanton, Mexican. Okay, I see. Well, that sounds pretty good as well. Yes, you can go to him. Answer as well. Shrimp cocktail, yes. Oh, un shrimp cocktail. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That cocktail de camarón. Ooh. You know what? I'm not the biggest cocktail person typically when it comes to like the shrimp cocktails and stuff. Like I don't think it's bad. It's just typically not my thing. If I'm gonna have like my go-to at any mariscos place typically, because if I'm gonna go to a mariscos place, I'm gonna get fish, right? I don't think if you're going to a mariscos place and you're doing like specifically, and they're known for their mariscos, right? And you're getting like, oh yeah, let me get the fajitas plate. I feel like you could do that, and it could be good, but it's like I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose. You could just go to any Mexican restaurant really for that. If I'm gonna do any sort of mariscos place, it's typically gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna get either the mojar frita, or I'm gonna get a la diabla, where it's like the same thing, but just like got that spicy burns your mouth. I'm shitting fire like hot sauce, like drowning in it. You know what I mean? Like that's the way to go for it. I want that whole red snapper all to myself, deep fried, and then coated in that spicy ass salsa. That's what I want. That's typically my go-to. That's like getting chicken at a steakhouse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you go to this burger place and you got a salad. What the fuck? You know what I mean? What are you doing here, man? Taco Bell is real AI Mexican food. Yeah, according to ChatGPT. Known for being wrong. They had this one server that always greeted us in a raspy voice. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. All or nothing. I would agree. My wife said, "What is this podcast about?" First of all, we are not a podcast. But thank you for assuming we were. No, we are not a podcast. Tell your wife we thank you for watching. First of all, second of all, we are a Airsoft retail YouTube channel that mainly talks about Airsoft, but also discusses everything from AI and the implications of what it may bring. We'll also discuss food very often. That's like kind of one of the biggest things that we like to talk about around here, especially when I'm around. It's gonna be food because I'm just big back like that. And philosophy, if you will. We do discuss many great things on this channel, for better or for worse, whether I like to or not. It just happens. It always devolves in some way, shape, or form, man. Gorditas? No, absolutely not. I refuse. Some Dino chicken nuggies. You know what? That's more Mexican than freaking Taco Bell, bro. Brewer, more like ordering fish at a steakhouse. Yeah, okay. I've had some good fish before, but again, if you are going to a steakhouse, you get the steak. I don't know. It's just kind of like baffles my mind. Like, why go in the first place? You know what I mean? Jazzy? No, she's in the living room right now. She's in the lab room. Need a wing. Need a wing. What are you doing? They have one in Linwood. Food is great. Drinks are great. Oh my goodness. Oh, stop! Stop it, brother, please stop. Oh my goodness. You should be a podcast and more live streaming. I mean, I live stream every week at this point, Sergeant Unicorn. You know me. I'd be here every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm still trying to figure out streaming from my PS5. It turns out it's going to be way too difficult for me to get this tower, bring it over to the living room for me to be able to go and play. I actually need to get a laptop so that I can start streaming from there, but also being able to screen record, because I have the capture card for it that I needed. So apparently it's just plug and play, and it looks simple enough, and from what I've seen in the instruction manual and YouTube tutorials, it seems pretty easy to do. But the biggest problem would just be moving this to the living room. It's quite, and then back to it whenever I need to do like a giveaway or anything. You know what I mean? I would need to get basically just like straight up just a laptop. That way I can bring over there, so I can easily set it up and put it away when it's all done. Because I also don't want all my streaming equipment just out in the open either. You know what I mean? Like, it takes up a lot of space. It brings clutter and stuff. I just want it to be a little bit simpler and easier, especially when I have guests over and shit. Don't PS5s have native streaming? But I wouldn't know how to get it so that I could stream and then also show this. I like being able to have control on OBS, and I don't know to do that on a PS5 because remember, RPG lovers, it's me we're talking about here, okay? Let's simplify the process. I'm already the king of scuff. Why are we trying to complicate things here? Why are you making the ape angry, bro? Don't confuse the chimp. I went to a steakhouse and got duck, actually. You know what? It's all legit. I will say, I do love duck. Duck is so good. It's so good. I actually prefer duck over chicken. I actually really prefer duck over chicken typically. If there's an option, like if I ever order curry any place and I see that they have a duck option, I'm immediately going for the duck. I love duck, bro. Duck is so good. Have you ever had duck chili before? Duck chili is fucking fire. There used to be this place out in Long Beach. I remember Jazz and I went there once for a date. We went to go see one of our friends play at a rugby match, and we were like, "Oh, let's get something to eat after, right?" So we found this place. What was it called? What is it still around? Let's see here. Oh no. Is it still here? I don't know if it's still around. Yeah, it was this place. I think it used to be called like the Duck Boat or something like that. It used to be in like this restaurant in Long Beach. I think they closed down post COVID, but they used to have literal duck chili. Dude, it was so good. It was so delicious, bro. That chili was amazing. Yes, and of course, like Peking duck, right? Chinese duck, barbecue, like style. It's so delicious, dude. It's so good. I can eat that shit forever. It's so good. I fucking love duck, bro. It's so delicious. Isn't there a camera for PS5 and native stream? BF6 streams would go hard. I think I remember telling you one because I went to that Konami party. I actually, just a token of thanks that I got for it, attending and hosting that, Cisco and I did a shooting gallery essentially. That was like the most popular vendor there, dude. We were there fucking on our feet all fucking day for like 4-5 hours. We were there just like getting people attended to, shooting all these guns and everything, shooting these metal targets. It was fun. It was awesome. The dude, like one of the dudes who played one of the twins from Breaking Bad, you know the ones I'm talking about, the hitmen. They were there. I got video of them actually playing. It was hilarious. But no, it was a cool event. But thanks for doing that. I ended up getting a copy of Metal Gear Solid Delta. I actually got, and I was playing it the other day over the weekend on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday, dude. It's so fun. It's so cool. I loved Snake Eater so much when I played it as a kid. It was so fucking. First of all, big Metal Gear fan. I fucking love Metal Gear so much, right? Everything from played the original. Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favorite. I know it's kind of like the weird one. Fucking love that one. Snake Eater, fucking banger, absolute banger. I played a little bit of 4. That's actually still one game that I haven't fully finished. I know what happens, but I'm gonna end up finishing it. Obviously played 5. Like who hasn't at this point? Peace Walker, friggin' sick. I've never played Portable Ops, still wanted to. Ghost Babel, still want to try to get into that as well, although I know it's very different. Even Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, I fucking love that game. Fucking writing is sick. But I was just so impressed with how good Delta looks. You know, the original dialogue is still there, right? I love the original voice cast. It's just peak cinema, bro. Peak cinema, right? So I actually want to play that on stream. I actually really want to play Snake Eater on stream. I'll start a new game if I have to. I don't care. It's just so much fun. It's gonna be a lot of sitting around, listening to the cinematics, listening to the cutscenes, because Kojima just wants to make movies, bro. That's literally what it is. He wants to make playable movies. That's what they are. You should try eel sashimi. I do like eel. I actually do like eel quite a bit. Dude, no lie, I just had the best beet and goat cheese salad at a burger joint. Acme Burger in Cotai, California. That actually does sound good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one to turn my nose up at rabbit food. I actually really do like salads too, especially when it's a good one. Remember, I love Sons of Liberty. Dude, same. Sons of Liberty is so goated. And they got so much stuff right. Dude, the predictions that they made about the use of AI and the internet itself as a whole. Like, yes, 100%. He predicted the truth doesn't exist. Doesn't matter what the truth is. You can mold the truth to whatever you need it to be. I was like, fuck. This is 100. This is spot on accurate. Holy shit. Kojima don't make movies. He make interactable movies. That's right, baby. He make interactable movies. But I've been on that big Metal Gear kick recently, in addition to Gundam as well. So I might end up just streaming Metal Gear Delta. That'd probably be something that I do. I might even just do it on my own just because I want to. Like, I might not even. I would be cool to do it on Tuesday. But I still got to figure out how to do that successfully and not make it scuff. You know what I mean? Duck is just all dark meat chicken. That's what I'm saying, bro. Duck is fucking awesome. I fucking love Duck. All right, guys. It is now 9:30. I got to start getting ready soon because I need to hit the gym. I missed out yesterday, and I feel terrible for it. I need to just fucking pull myself up by my bootstraps and get out there and start lifting those weights, son. All right, guys, but you have yourselves a wonderful night. I had an absolute blast hanging out with every single one of you guys. Make sure to get those entries in for this Thursday's double stacked live stream giveaway. You don't want to miss out. The prize is going to be fucking massive, so don't miss out. Spread the word around. We need everyone's continued support as much as possible in regards to just spreading the word around, because social media is doing fuck all right now. It's doing jack shit. So we need everyone to pull together and help spread the word of Airsoft GI. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I would not be in the position that I am right now if it weren't for the continued support that you guys have. Or if you guys want to continue supporting directly yourselves, make sure to get all your Airsoft goodies from Airsoft GI. Keeps the cameras rolling, keeps the lights on, and it keeps these giveaways going and these live streams continuing. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see y'all on